Get him out of here, Roy. Thank you, sir. Oh, no, hell no.
Oh, my God.
Keep UD off the court.
You spitting, big dog.
It sounded like I was in the War of Chirac right now, watching Max Bruce play basketball tonight, dog.
He must be an undercover boss. This man must have shared.
Now, there is an assisted living retirement home for Pat Riley.
It's like my brother Tupac once said, keep your head up. Listen, it was only...
I said,
I don't know how to do it.
I have to keep it 100 with you.
nah, I just.
I reminisce. Yeah.
I'm Roy A. Shepard, aka Keem, aka one of the team captains of the basement, aka the King Kane.
All right, what's good is Ant?
Alex Sheltman.
My name is LJ Cascon.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Jess.
Yo, what's going on? It's Nando here.
To start, my name is obviously Juan Cardona.
So the first question is, what's your favorite basement catchphrase? This is definitely going to be repeated. I just feel like the most iconic one is Pack Heem.
Pack-heem.
Easily, any variation of pack your bags.
Pack-heem.
My favorite catchphrase on the basement gotta be the one and only pack him. Pack him the fuck up. Pack that boy. Hey, that shit went crazy year one. That's my favorite phrase of the basement. I might be a little biased though.
My favorite catchphrase on this network is probably the heat about to blow that shit out. Fuck is you talking about? And mainly because I be lying. But that's emblematic of me as a fan. It shows that with each passing opportunity, no matter how many times they fail me, I want for them to be the best versions of themselves in the next game. And so as a fan, you want to always have faith that they're capable of doing that. So throughout the disappointment, throughout like low seasons or whatever, I still always pick the Heat to win the next game because I want to remind folks that at the end of the day, like I'm a fan of the team and I just want what's best for this organization. And
anytime that Royal gives a shout out to George for the Kangaroo Bucks, I don't know why that. They always catch me off guard because I'm just expecting the $4.99, and then Royal's like, I'd like to thank George for the 5 Kangaroo Bucks. And
my favorite catchphrase of the basement so far got to be my man TJ. He said, and it follows: pack light, for where we go, you shall not follow. That shit hit, man. That shit was funny as hell, and it was some real shit.
Favorite Hooper growing up? Listen, number 3, man, Dwayne Wade.
It was D-Wade.
Dwayne Wade.
D-Wade, the only reason I watch Miami Heat basketball, I don't even want to say I like Miami Heat basketball because I surely don't anymore. I'm a Magic fan if we're being honest. But
my favorite Hooper is probably going to be the same as a lot of people on the network, and that's Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade and I have the same birthday. We won our first championship in 06 with him. That was the year I graduated high school, also the year that my first child was born. I'm grateful for all the experiences, the memories that bruh gave us. He was the first time that we had an elite, like one-of-one Hooper on our team.
D-Wade, I think that's a given. When you hear me talk and discuss Heat basketball, I saw him hit the double overtime game winner versus Chicago and jump on the table. I was in high school.
You know, I'm a diehard Kobe fan, and of course I've been in Miami my whole life, so a diehard Wade fan. But the player I really tried to emulate in my own game was probably Jason Williams. He is the best passer I've ever seen play, probably one of the best point guards to ever play in the NBA, and so I just love him. I thought he was amazing. He was so much fun to watch growing up, and I really tried to mimic him as best I could when I played.
Of all time, probably is Jamal Crawford, and it's mainly because I was so dominant with Jamal Crawford in 2K11. He made me realize how good I actually am on the sticks, and then the rest is history. I ended up going pro for playing video games, yada yada, 2K. So
favorite moment on stream, you got Kendall calling Dwayne Dedman an undercover boss. You got my boy Threat with the ski mask coming up. You got the first time TJ gave a sermon. You got optimistic Ant.
Kendall said when Kyle Lowry plays road games, he misses 2 free throws on purpose in the 4th quarter so he can get a free Frosty.
The Dwayne Dedman undercover boss Stanley Steamer bit, that had me literally tears in my eyes of laughter for days after that.
Kendall saying Dwayne Dedman was on Undercover Boss is not just the funniest thing that's happened on stream or in the basement, maybe one of the funniest things I've ever heard in my life.
The one that really stands out to me is when Justin put together this, he was in his bag, backstage, I didn't even know, had no idea this was coming out, and dude just puts up a picture of Tua packing bags in Publix, yo. And I'm a Tua guy, yo. I'm a Tua guy. I defend Tua. I love Tua. I think Tua is him. I think Tua has a lot of potential. But yo, even when he threw that out there, listen, I could not even hold myself together, bro, from laughing. Like, that was
my favorite moment on stream. Mashed Up Threat, bro. Mashed Up Threat.
Debut of the Kyle Lowry Whopper video. That one was, I think I was on that stream, and that one had me in stitches for a lot of the next 10 minutes. I couldn't really even focus on the stream at that point.
Episode uno, the intro to the basement. Everybody came out and supported crazy. We got nothing but love.
Building up a network and just trying to stamp yourself in this space is difficult. And that first stream was our first step towards that. Sure, we had a following prior to loading up and starting this. And so we knew we would have some support. We just did not expect the amount of support that we ended up getting. That stream to date is still our most popular stream, but it just kind of started the journey on building the basement up to what it could be.
Shout out to the donations, Heather, Darius, Jordan. Shout out to y'all, Donald. You already know, man. Shout out to y'all.
If I had to pick a starting five for the basement, I know most people are gonna put Royal at PG, like he's the same size as two Kevin Harts. So I'm not putting Royal. I'm gonna go with my girl Jules. At the shooting guard, I'm gonna keep it with the theme of ladies basketball, and I'm gonna go with Jess, because I just found out today that she apparently shot 47% from three. At the small forward, I gotta put myself. I'm the best hooper in the basement. I've been saying it, it's true. At power forward, I'm going with Gadiel Cartagena. He's close enough to White, and we need to stretch forward. I don't care what network he's on. And at center, I'm gonna go with my dog Justin, because he's always behind the scenes doing all the dirty work and all the editing, producing, all that stuff. So definitely the type of guy I want as my center.
My basement starting five, I got Royal at the point, Thread at the two, because that boy gonna shoot from the hip. Tone at the three, I need a stretch four, so I'm gonna put my boy Brian in there. He ain't gonna say too much, he ain't gonna ask for too many shots, but he gonna be efficient. And Maserati 6'7" my motherfucker big as fuck, so we need size and we need to get them boards.
At the one, y'all already know who we got at the one. PG1 himself, gotta add my dog Royal. Need two shooters, and they the two best shooters that I know. So I'm gonna go with Kendall and Threat at the 2 and the 3. My boy Justin, he playing the 4. My dog be on the 1s and 2s. Everything y'all see on stream is because of that boy Justin. So shout out to him, bro. He playing the 4, and of course at the 5, we got my big dog. My dog Brian, y'all be seeing his clips on Twitter. The brother got a burner on him, so we can play 5 out. He got a shot on him, you feel me? We can play 5 out. We switching everything. I know Roy about 5'2", but hey, he can move like Lowry a little bit. I ain't gonna do that to my dog. I ain't gonna do that to my dog. But yeah, that's my starting 5.
Y'all know what it's going. Sorry, white people. The 1 would be me, of course, player coach. The 2, my backcourt mate, is gonna have to be TJ. TJ is versatile. He's able to kind of play on ball, play off ball. He's a great compliment to any kind of person that's on this stream. The 3 and 4 would be the best 2 shooters in the basement. You got my boy Kane Kendall, Kane Threat. You need goons when you go into a war, and you need that anytime you're going in there. We got 2 of the best in the business. And the 5, of course, will be the person who has been streaming with me for the second longest on this entire network, and that's King Brian Young. In my mind, Brian is the model of consistency. He don't give a fuck about what other people think about what he thinks. And so him being able to go into any stream, just kind of deliver it the way that he's going to, and just kind of let the chips fall where they may, then it's cool. Like, you can always be challenged by Brian with something that he doesn't agree with.
I'm gonna go with a real surprise here. 416J.
The NPC 416. Just because that motherfucker just always pushes positivity, and I'm just the opposite of that.
It would probably be Kendall.
It's got to be Kendall, man. It's got to be Kendall, because Kendall is so anti Tua, and I'm so pro Tua.
Has to be Kendall, but it's not necessarily an op thing. Kendall just does this thing where my Miami Dolphins fandom brain has selective memory, right? I only remember certain moments of the game or something like that, you could say. And Kendall remembers every moment of the game, every single moment of every single Dolphins game, every good snap, every bad snap, every touchdown, after every interception, everything. So he'll just remind me about things that had happened specifically revolving around that quarterback that we have, that sometimes my selective Miami Dolphins bring.
I feel like Kendall goes out of his way to disagree with me on things. And, you know, whenever I have something nice to say about him or compliment him, he just doesn't really appreciate it. So he's hands down my biggest op.
My biggest overall op is Adam Barai. I pray daily on his downfall. I want nothing but bad things to happen to him. Not just in the basement, in life. Like, I wish nothing but bad things on him. Op number 2, he's closing in on number 1 because this is the person that pisses me off the most, and it's Ant Donardo. I have no idea how he got on this network. I have no idea how he survived this long. I look for new and innovative ways to fire him every day. Like that is one of my missions, is to see him get kicked off of this network. The man aggravates my soul to no end, and to be honest with you, I think white privilege is the only reason that he's still here.
My biggest op of the basement, simple. Alex Sheltman.
I'm gonna have to go with George because I had to teach him basic math.
Fuck you, George.
Captain statistic himself. I don't know. I can't. We've gone at it a bunch of times, and I don't know. He's my biggest op, so I'll put him there.
And I'm a little disappointed in that Australian education. They're really letting me down. I know it's funded by the government. They don't have to pay for it out of pocket, and it's showing that the Australian government is not functional. George cannot do math. It's unfortunate. Love the guy, but you know, I need people to know numbers at this point in their life.
It's the man from down under, George. It ain't personal, but it is what it is, bro. I can't stream with my man, but he know what he be talking about though. But I just can't stream with him.
My biggest op in the basement has to be Royal, because he used to hate me, and then one day I made a Whopper video with 250,000 views, and now he likes me all of a sudden.
Favorite member of the basement would easily have to be Royal.
I gotta say it's Royal.
He shows up to work every night, does it all. Without him bringing it, we simply cannot win. I mean, he's like our Tyler Hero.
My favorite member of the basement? Me.
Well, you can go with any member of the Kang Gang. They're all hilarious. You got Kendall, you got Brian, you got Twan, you got Threat.
I'm gonna need you to stop right there. You need to stop meat munching the Kang Gang. You will never be a part of the Kang Gang.
Don't make me do it. Why you gotta expose me like that?
One, I'll say Kendall, because me and Kendall sort of align on a lot of basketball takes most of the time.
Gotta be my dog, Kendall. Come on, man. I might be biased, but that's been my dog since Jits. Come on now. Gotta be Kendall.
My favorite member is my boy Threat. Our 2-man game is elite, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna work when we on that stream, you know what I'm saying?
Has to be Kendall. Kendall is one of the people in this network who takes the most heat for his takes, for his views, for the way that he goes about delivering his opinions on there. But one of the things that I admire most about him is that he's always in tune with his message. So Kendall always knows exactly where he's going with the conversation, and when he makes a statement like that, he doubles down, and he stand 10 toes in with that take or whatever. And you have no choice but to respect that, because if you don't, then he's going to poke holes in your argument. Until you realize that most of the stuff he says is true. People don't like the delivery, but most of it is true. And so when you try and combat that, then he just kind of holds a mirror up to your face. And you can always appreciate and respect somebody who not only has an opinion, but can back up their opinion with facts, and then help you see it their way at the end of the day, except for me, because I'm God's favorite and I'm always right.
Favorite part about being a basement member, yo, this shit is easy. I mean, the fact that we're all on the same page, we all keep it 100, we're all real, we keep it a buck, we call it like we see it, we say the truth, we don't give a fuck about hurting nobody's feelings.
Honestly, it has to be that it kind of turned, something that I love to do into a hobby. That's a lot of fun. And I always say I never really watched basketball through a very analytical lens, and I've tried to do that a little bit more now that I know I'm giving commentary after some of these games. But it's just been a lot of fun to be able to, talk with people who have similar interests and talk basketball, which is always a great time. So I've really enjoyed doing this. I hope I get to do it for a lot longer.
I think one of the best things about the basement is that we all share a passion. That passion is literally whatever you want it to be. There's absolutely zero fan policing, and you can feel what you want to feel. But just like that, you can also have stupid opinions, and we will let you know they're stupid.
My favorite thing about being a part of the basement is the love that we got, man. The Twitter interactions, people showing up and showing love in real life, coming up to us. Are you part of the basement? Yada, yada. Let me get a picture. All that. The interactions we get from the people is my favorite part about being a part of the basement. And I wouldn't trade that for the world, man. So, you know the vibe, man. Can gang.
Every single member of the network I have a personal connection with, and I genuinely love all of them. A lot of times when you're at work or in some sort of group, there's always a couple people that you think is either annoying or you hate or you don't connect with. But literally in the basement, genuinely every single person I've spoken with at some point or quite often with most of the members. And they're all great people. They're all great people. That's why I have fun doing this, and I'm looking forward to another great season if Royal would have me back, which my chances are slim.
I'd also like to say that just being able to chop up ball with the guys has been awesome. I mean, I'm still recovering mentally from a 2-hour combo I had the other night about Draymond Green's legacy. He has none. But that's besides the point. I really love my time here, and I love all the guys, and I can't wait to keep making content with them.
Just seeing where we came from, bro. Just seeing, all the fans to come with us, bro, and still be in every stream, bro, and the fan chat, bro. It's just so much stuff that's coming from this, man. Like, I love this, bro. I love this. When I started doing this, I had like 200 followers on Twitter. You feel me? Now I think I got like 1,500, bro. Like, it's cool, man. It's cool, man. I love doing this, bro. I love every part of it, and I appreciate all the fans for giving us all the support this entire time, throughout this entire season. Even though the team been mid, bro, y'all still been rocking with us. So, yeah, that's your boy Twine, bro. I'm out.
My absolute favorite part about being a member of this network is getting the opportunity to watch everyone grow into the personalities of this network. At this point, everybody in the basement's OG. So I've seen them kind of all start and grow to the point where a lot of them in popularity have surpassed me. And they're the ones carrying this network. So it's been a beautiful thing to watch. Everybody just kind of coming to their own on streams, coming to their own as analysts, fanalists, fans, whatever you want to call it. Like, just to see them coming to their own as people has been monumental for me, and that's been my most enjoyable moment. My most enjoyable moments being a member of this team. So just watching that and getting on here every night, pissing people off, going on Twitter on the timeline, going crazy on there, and just having a team of people all dedicated towards making this network the best version of itself that it can be. And so those things have kind of those are things that I'm going to carry with me as we continue to do that. It's just watching everybody's growth and watching us all trying to achieve the same goal of being just kind of like one of the more popular networks, podcasts, whatever you want to call it, in this space. And I think that's it. Play the video, Justin. Fuck Adam Barack, bro.